America, it's Gerald Chambers again. Hey, on Thursday night, I do some co-parenting, right? With an agency. They send me people from around the country, these co-parents. Oh man, it's a lot of fun, man, but it's hard work because the parents usually come in breathing fire, mad at each other. Sometimes it's not even about co-parenting. It's about trying to heal the damage from their relationship breakup. So that's really what they haven't got over, which makes co-parenting difficult, right? They're still mad at each other because of the way that they broke up. But tonight was a good night because I had a couple of different couples, and one of the couples, both parties were in recovery. And that was good because we speak the same language because I'm in recovery. Now, what I was trying to get them to do is act like they were in recovery with each other. Act like you got a sponsor. Act like you go to meetings. Act like you read the literature. Act like you got a power greater than yourself. And treat each other with some kindness and some respect, right? The way that you communicate is the way that the conflict is being expressed. What you say and what you do in a conflict is really important. That is the conflict. And if you can manage your own self, regardless of what the other person does, it won't escalate because you're not allowing it to escalate. You're not giving it kindling, right? So that was one of the things we were talking about tonight with that group. Now, the other group, I had an ADOS couple, American Descendants of Slavery, unplanned pregnancy, young. And I was able to talk about what it means to be ADOS. We were discussing that. And a lot of times what it means is it's hard for us to love each other. And I felt that they loved each other in the best way that they could, which has been influenced by our history in the United States. Slavery, Jim Crow, discrimination, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, the attack on the black family makes it difficult for us to love each other. In our earliest relationships, trust is disrupted through all that, through domestic violence, through people being incarcerated, people being mentally ill that raised us, people not being around us, feeling abandoned. It makes it difficult for us to trust. And it comes out in our relationships. But it's very rewarding to work with people and try to help them see, one, that it's not their fault, and two, that problems have solutions. Not everybody has taken the sequence of success. That's when you go to school, get educated, start a career, find a partner, get married, have children. If you do that sequence, the research shows that 30-year-olds will not, you won't be broke at 30, if you do that, if you follow that. Okay, but if you add a little alcohol, you add a little domestic violence, you add a little mental illness to that mix, and you might have children with somebody you don't know, you might not have children, not have a career, not have a job, not have enough money, right? Not have stable housing, and you got a kid, you trying to manage a relationship, you trying to manage two separate households. Oh, it's a mess. But recovery is possible, right? You're talking to a treatment dude, right? So recovery is possible. And so I like those kind of cases, I like working with people that, I just like working with people in general, but I like working with people that have hard situations, because I learn a lot, and it stretches me. And it's good to see people change, if you can. Some people don't change, but it's good to see people when they change. But anyway, my point about this video is co-parenting is tough. Usually it ends up being parallel parenting, and that's horrible. The kids got two different situations to deal with, and once they get the message that, well, if mom or dad is inconvenienced by my mom, they'll just get rid of them. Once they see that, then the child is almost guaranteed a life of degeneracy. Almost. you know, depending on, you know, what other interventions take place, what other family members you have, what other things happen. But most of the time, if kids doesn't have anybody, they start smoking weed to deal with those feelings. They start checking out of school. They start being promiscuous early. They start having all kinds of problems if the parents don't get the assignment. So anyway, just wanted to say that. For some reason, I just wanted to vent that right here. I don't know what kind of video this is. I just wanted to tell you guys that. That one more thing. Once you have children, everything else is a hobby, right? I mean, you got to put your energy into your children, because if you don't, and you're not a psychopath, once your children get in trouble, all your energy is going to go into them then at that point. Bailing them out of jail, or putting them in drug treatment, using all your money, and doing a lot of stuff you should have done earlier in the process. So I'm just trying to help people understand the assignment. So anyway, I'm like cooking 2 hash browns in the air fryer. I'm going to get back to that. Y'all be good. Till next time.